That's an actual supercharger under the hood of the Tacoma. Today, we had big plans of working on Michelle's Jeepster, getting a bunch done on it, but we've ran out of parts and we're still waiting for them. Stuff hasn't shown up. There's little tiny things we can do, but mostly just we're waiting. Once some big parts show up, then we'll get back on this thing and get going, but today, we're gonna work on the Tacoma. It's a new day, and working on the old taco. It's actually the night shift, and I'm working on the old taco. So I've told you guys before that we had some cool things coming up for this, a little power adder stuff. Today's that day. It's happening. I'll show you what we got. Let me get a table set up and get it all over here, and we'll unbox it and show you what we got going on. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be cool. You guys guessed supercharger? Well, you were right. We got ourselves a Magnuson. It should give me a little more horsepower in this. I'm gonna get it all unboxed, and then we'll pop the hood, get the intake off, start putting this thing together. So here we go. Bracketry. This is the heat exchanger. Instructions. Spark plugs, injectors, pulley drive, reservoir, and the goods. Right there. Passed with 16 pounds of boost, it says. Cool. Well, we'll figure it out. I was gonna get this done tonight, but I've managed to lay it all out here on the table, kind of assess what I gotta do. Looks like I've got to tear the whole front clip off of this so I can put the intercooler behind or in front of the radiator, and then pull the whole intake off, change the spark plugs, put it all back together. But I am burned out tonight. It was a long day today. I think I'm gonna go up and relax for a minute and go to bed. We'll get an early start on it tomorrow. We'll make this thing rip tomorrow.
What's first, Tom?
Well, it says that we have to install some stuff on our laptop and start the process of tuning. So there's a whole 2 pages worth of instructions, which is scary because we're not so good with instructions. I think we might ought to follow these instructions.
Probably a good idea. As you can see, it's a new day, and we're going for it. So, I made that, by the way. I'm cleaning buckets out right now. I got to drain the coolant out of this thing so we can start installing all these parts. Tom's trying to tackle installing computer software, and I'm gonna get the truck stripped down. Nothing's leaking out of it yet. That's not good. Huh, that's rather interesting. No, that's just plugged right up.
She's a leaker.
Trying to keep some of it in the barrel. No. This wasn't as big a deal as I thought. Whoever wrapped the Teflon around it, Tefloned it up so it wouldn't leak anything out of it. So, no big deal. Next time I need it, it'll work.
How's our tuner?
I think I found a way to it.
Tom the tuner.
Tom the tuner guy.
That's got a ring to it, Tom.
I'd rather be the tuner than the wiring guy.
I think it goes hand in hand. Now Chad's the wiring guy. You're just the fill-in wiring guy.
Okay, I'll take that.
Hey, somebody didn't clean all the mud out of this.
My fault. Tom the tuner man.
I'm gonna make a sticker. It's gonna be a shirt. Tuner Tom.
I'm making choices.
Selecting our vehicle.
This is the 4.8 liter.
This is a 4 liter.
4 liter.
4.8 is the V8. This one's a 4.0.
It's only got one option.
Well,
I think we're close to liberating an intake. Liberated.
it's gonna look a lot better.
Open fuel system
No,
stuff.
I haven't touched the fuel. I'm gonna change the spark first. You should be good
I
to
gotta
go.
go key on to talk to the ECU.
Yep, you should be good to go. I won't touch fuel until you're done with that.
So what's the process here, Tom?
It's communicating.
All right, half the spark plugs changed out. They're actually in pretty good shape. They're not terrible, but the other ones are a spark plug for boost, so that the boost doesn't blow the spark out. So we got them swapped out. Putting the nuts back in the coil packs, and then I'll do this side, and then onto injectors. I got to take all these injectors, pull that rail out, put different injectors so it'll get a little more fuel, and have a little more power. Last plug going in. When you're working with anything that's got aluminum heads on it, always just put a little bit of anti-seize on stuff just for that reassurance that one day you're gonna change it again. It'll come out. Tuner Tom's on the case.
On the
Going
case.
for it.
He's got the micro SD out of the handheld in the truck. Got to put it in the computer, rename a file, then we'll update you from there. Good job, Tom.
We are to this step. We're pulling things apart. Things are happening. I don't know how that comes off. Maybe I should read some more of that. Feels tightish. It says it just pops off, and I slip that over it, put that on it, and it goes back in. Must be an O-ring in there. O-ring fit. Needs a little. Ouch! That was
Sharp.
no, it pinched me right there.
It's a little tight.
Oh, it's a lot tight. Smashed my other fingers. Got it. O-ring came off with it. I'll have to fix that. Okay.
Nothing broke though.
No, it popped off. So what has to happen here? This is gonna stack right there like that. It's just a spacer so that the supercharger belt will go down between them. So pretty straightforward. Then this is gonna go inside of there. The other one's gonna go inside of that. Just a pretty simple little spacer unit.
Give us the update on the tuning, Tom.
Well, we were on with tech support. Tech support guy had to go to lunch. He's gonna come back on, jump on remotely, and do his little magic fingers thing and fix our tune or something.
Well, it didn't even come with the right file, right? Kept wanting
From
to
what
do.
I can tell, it
Didn't come with any file.
It's got a 1 kilobyte file, which even in a text file seems pretty small to me. But
So we're waiting on that, but
Story of our life. But we're just putting parts together. We'll get everything else done. So once he's done, we just fire it up. Go for a rip. Just like that.
How's your internal inch-pound torque wrench?
It's pretty good.
it's like one ugga dugga.
No, it's like this is inch pounds, not foot pounds.
Inch pounds are a little different than the
Oh, okay.
foot poundages. All right, that should just slide right back in there.
Back together. Spacer installed.
I know where one soft door's at for that guy. In Vegas, when I went and got Grindhard's Humvee, their door on the driver's side was sitting on the roof and we didn't know it. And we took off, me and Hunter, and this dude pulls up along the side of us and he's like, "Hey, you lost your door?" I'm like, "What? This guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about." We lost a door, apparently. I've been looking in the mirrors a ton. I never seen a door fall off. I hope no one's running over. Hunter, you may have to beat somebody up.
Dude,
That guy doesn't have it. Ethan, we may have lost your door. Then we got out and looked. Driver's door's missing. So we went back. Some old bum had already picked it up and cruised with it. We never found it. So
So if you can find that bum,
you can find that bum. It's in his shopping cart cruising around. There was an old boy that just came here and he was looking for stuff. That's what made me think of that. Look at that, there it's done. Just like that. Whip bam boom. Alrighty, we got the mail today. Brian sends us some Sharpies. We can always use more Sharpies.
those are gray ones too.
They are. We go through Sharpies a lot during the day. So thank you, Ryan. Dave sends us a headlamp. Now, we've had a couple of these, well, we have a couple of these headlamps. They're actually pretty cool, huh, Land? Dude, you got stuff all over your face. Like, you are getting it today.
I have to be up in the dash of that thing.
You got it in your mouth and everywhere. You shouldn't breathe that much stuff. Dude, there's 3 headlamps in here. One for each of us. Thank you, Dave. There's also something else in here, but I don't know what it is. It's all wrapped up. Some jam. So, thank you, Dave. We will enjoy that. Get some spacers out. I do like how the kit has everything in its own little compartment put together. It's time to sharpen this.
You need to cut some serrations in that thing or sharpen it.
Yep, she's a little dull right now. Let's installation these parts. Are we to that part in the book?
We can be to whatever page you want. It turns.
I think we're there.
I think.
I reinstalled the 2 fan nuts. We did that.
Okay.
Remove the lid. Done that.
Auxiliary drive installation.
Yep, that's where I'm at. Releasing the belt tension by turning the belt tensioner. Okay, take that off. That's what I'll do.
Remove the idler number 1.
Which one's idler number 1? The top one or the bottom one?
Idler number 1. Lower.
Lower. Okie dokes. I need an Ugga gun and a 14mm socket on that thing.
Like a real Ugga gun?
Just that little one right there is fine. Removed.
Keep the thin step washer if present.
Present.
And the pulley for the next step.
Got him. Now I need that stud.
There's a photo of the parts you need.
So this pulley sits right down there in the
This washer again, right? How about this one? Which does it say which way?
The smooth idler pulley and the other short spacer temporarily installed 10mm nut.
Yep, that's what I'm currently doing. Is that top one? That's what I'm currently doing here. Why do you figure those are so long? Where's that other nut? Maybe there's a bracket. Oh, there it is. It's right there. That goes on it, right there. Woohoo! Not yet though, we're jumping ahead steps. Okay, what do we do next?
So they just want you to put those nuts on so that the pulley assemblies don't fall off when you put the belt back on. Pull that big old bolt out of the end of the crank.
On the dampener pulley bolt.
Yeah. This side right here. It's got a little key in the back of it that drops into the keyway so it doesn't spin. And we tighten her down. That's may need a shorty. We'll see if it comes out. Okay, that won't work. Well, at least we spent all the time finding those sockets. Now we need miniature metrics. Feels too big. Smaller socket, this ain't right. Get that out. Oh, that one will do it.
Not
That's
gonna
tight.
do it.
Did they have any advice in the instructions? Nope. No way to hold the motor if we use that bar. It'll just spin the motor over. Do not remove pulley. Okay, using an impact gun, we may have to lift their radiator out of our life. Their impact gun fits in between the... Does my air gun fit in between it? This thing's got to earn its keep anyway. That's a sound that you don't hear a lot. Where did I put that? Oh, it's right there.
Left it on.
Woohoo! That's tight.
Is it even moving?
No. The socket's really hot, but that's about all it's done. Holy cow. You need to blow dry your hair or anything?
It's getting long enough I might need to.
That's what I keep thinking. Michelle's got to give me a haircut eventually. That ain't gonna work. Grab that gun and hook it on for me. Yeah, spin that out, Tom.
Yeah, I'll reach right in there and grab
Let me
it.
see a crescent wrench right there. Oh yeah. I don't even think I ruined the radiator. That's good. All right, it's the first time a air gun got used in the shop in a long while, so, but it did it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on there so that it'll stay. And we'll put it in. Yeah, I'll just snug it up and then spin it around till it drops in, I think. Okie dokes. Keyway locked in. Hand me that there thing.
You take the socket with you.
Got it. 204?
204 foot-pounds.
This is only 650, so we're probably the Loctite's got to count for something, right? Holy jeez, no wonder it was so tight. How do you get that much torque?
It shows an impact. It doesn't even show a torque wrench.
Back out, I think this one's only 750. I'll give it all she's got. It's tight.
If it didn't move, it's good.
I'm convinced the Loctite will do its job. All right, on to the next step.
Did you memorize the routing picture or you need it?
Oh, I have no idea.
Found a job I can do. Just hold the book.
Hold the book. That's the support bracket, but this is gonna go in there somewhere.
I'm fast forwarding right now to see. Blower hat.
Okay.
Everything on there.
I'll put it back down there. I feel zero need to read. If the pictures don't show it, that doesn't exist.
Got it?
Well, I mean, it ain't great. We'll know more once I get this done up here. So I got injectors to throw in it really quick, and then I think we can put the blower on it and start piecing all the other stuff back together. So got all the bolts out. Should be able to lift the injectors right out of there. We'll go to swapping them.
Life is cinematic, ominous classic. Living in the fast lane, can't nobody pass me. How I spit the drama, I bet that you wanna know. Whoa. Hey, catch me in a photo, I stay riding solo. I ain't got the patience, permanent vacation.
Injectors are in.
We getting serious, Tuner Tom?
Well, the guy updated our system so it actually has some files in it now.
I think we're ready to put the supercharger down and finish hooking all of the stuff up in the front of this, so we'll see. Alright, we got those. Alright, I think we're ready to set this thing on. Fold it down, maybe.
Don't die.
I'm not trying.
Is all I know.
Look at that.
5. Oh, there.
That's an actual supercharger under the hood of the Tacoma. Alright, we've got pieces going in now. Stuff is happening. We're going to be making supercharger noises if Tuner Tom can get all his stuff handled over there. He's been on the phone with tech support for 5 hours now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Well, online with tech support. The guy had to leave and go to lunch because he can't skip lunch, of course. And here we are, still working on it. I think I can put that piece back in it now, and then we can start with the reassembly of everything. And
Tuner Tom, we'll plug a file in.
We're working on it. There's a lot of, let me go talk to my supervisors going on here.
cool. There's that. And then these are the coolant lines that go to it. Put that on. That's hooked up for sure. Now we're about to we can put this stuff back on, and then we can plumb the intercooler and get it hanging in the front. We still got some work ahead of us. We're getting there. Okay, put that back there, that in there. Fish my arm down through the only hole that you can get through to it. Up through there, drops in that. You guys may think I'm giving you a play-by-play, but I'm just encouraging myself. Trying to let myself know that I can do this.
You can do it.
I got this. I got her. Fish that up through, hook that onto that. This other one is gonna go underneath of there. Brackets put on.
Want to trade?
No. No. You're doing a fine job.
I think my guy may went home.
Oh, that's awesome. We are to radiator hose currently, so we're getting somewhere. I'm fairly happy with it. I got one bracket I still got to get put on down there. It's terrible to get to. And then I can drop a radiator or a fan and a shroud in this thing. Oh, she does a little tight ski now. Perfect. That'll work. I'll go underneath. Put that back up on there now. Fan's about back in it. Okie dokes. Fan shroud in. We're down on parts now.
Table's empty.
It's getting emptier as we go here. We'll see how many extras we have when we're all done. All right, I'm trying to read. So I don't know which way this goes, but we're figuring it out. We'll see if we can make this fit in there. Evidently this bracket goes in there somehow and then hooks stuff up and stuff hooks to it and other things happen, so we'll figure it out.
Tom, we got good news.
We've got better news.
We're transferring
We've
tunes.
only been at this since, let's see. We've been at this for 6 hours on tech support.
On just messaging back and forth with Bully Dog.
Just a guy from Bully Dog tech support. He finally got us to a point where we can actually start doing some tuning. Now we have to take the SD card out, go back over to the computer, and actually download the tunes for what we're doing. So I'm making sure I read the instructions because this is one of those don't mess this up things, and I'm not so good at that.
Still need your glasses.
Yeah, they would have been helpful today, but we're getting by.
Is this thing mounted?
Yeah, that's mounted. We're gonna start running some ducting here shortly. I'm just getting other stuff in the way, or put in so we know
It's not going to be in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to spit out.
All in all, I like the new intake we got.
The new intake adds some definite coolness to the Tacoma. I don't know why that won't function. Hey, there's even another bolt hole down there that lines up. Look at that.
Like factory.
That's better than spending a long time. That was... I'll show you what it was. Wasn't good is what it was. It was broken. Had the top hooked, but nothing on the bottom. I guess we should take our airbag sensor, because what if we need our airbags to work?
There's one there.
Oh, that's
that
it.
one?
Yeah, that's it. Why didn't that... There we go.
There's one.
And we'll put that one. Man, I wish that was
It was a
longer.
little longer.
Oh, it is a little longer. We just got to take it off. Just got to use our brains. And it'll go there.
Mine's used up for today.
You're all brained out today?
Brained out today. Mine hurts.
You'll have that. This is actually going together better than I anticipated. We got some hose to run now. And this thing's whipped.
Tom.
Yep.
Did you sleep at this computer last night?
Kind of feels like it.
Waiting for
Well,
tech support again?
down here is usually where their chat window is, and all it that comes up with is helper bots, and it wants me to do RMA status checker or Ford recovery request bot. I don't need any of those. I need chat.
So it's another day dealing with tuning.
Another day. We're about to have the truck buttoned up. I'm running cooler lines to the supercharger. Then I'll put the grill back in it, fill it full of coolant, and we're waiting on Tuner Tom. Fish this down to where it's supposed to go here. Shouldn't be any big deal. Pretty much the ticket.
Pump right there. It's gonna run up.
Gonna tie into a box, and then tie or into a reservoir, and then over to that, and then back into the cooler, through the cooler, and into the pump and back. Just a big old loop. Pretty easy. The cooler's already mounted. I got that done yesterday. Pump is mounted. It's hooked in. So now all I really have to do is make this big loop.
Are you comfy right there?
He's in the way, he is.
Freaking cat.
Damn low. Oh, you need to be here? I'll get in your way. We know this thing's not going to run today, but we're going to get the system all bled out. I went and got some orange coolant, got this thing filled up. We are going to fill this thing up and bleed the system out. So See if we can make this happen here. Hopefully there's none. Looks like she's pumping. It's doing things, so. Well, I believe this system is completely full, so no leaks. We're good. This is brand new coolant, so we might as well put it right back in there.
The bucket was clean.
Bucket was clean, all is well. We'll let her burp a little in there.
Do you have the coolant capacity memorized?
No, looks like we're close to it though.
However much that was.
Looks like we're pretty close. Wonder if this thing will even start. I'm gonna try it. What's it gonna do? Oh, we don't have that one vacuum leak plugged yet. I'm gonna fix that first.
Fired up?
Yeah, basically the timing and everything's not gonna be right in this. I understand that because the programmer is not accepting it. We've been on the phone with Bully Dog. Programmer they think is bad. We're gonna have to ship it back, get another one. But if I can start it and get everything, all the fluids topped off, then we're just waiting on that. So we'll see if it starts. I kind of think we took the tune out of the computer and it won't do anything, but I don't know. Need to clean up. Yeah, we got something bad went down. Yeah. No, it didn't burp it. It cut a hose. It chopped it. Something obviously is not in the right spot because the fan definitely cut a hose off of it. We'll let it drip. Figure that out. All right, guys. Let me show you something. There's a step that I missed, if you guys can believe that. Tom and I actually talked about that step when we were doing it. If I can find it right here, I'll show you what it is. See these big bold letters right here? Caution, turn clamps so they do not hit fan or belt. Well, I didn't do that. And right here it says I was supposed to cut some off of that original hose so that it would clear. Yeah, I didn't do that, but I did now. So it's fixed. I'll put the shroud back on it. We'll go ahead and fill it clear full of antifreeze again. All right, we are back together. It's running. It's not leaking coolant currently. We're still bubbling some air out of this thing. I think we can put the grill back in it and then wait for the right tune. I don't think we should drive it this way because timing's not going to be right. There's a bunch of stuff. We will smoke this motor. Idling it's probably fine, but we're not going to drive it. We'll be able to back it out of the shop and wait for the tuner box to show up, and then we'll go rip it and show you what she does. All right, that was a long day. Well, 2 days of wrenching on this thing. It's not 100%, but it runs, it moves. We'll get the right tune for it and then go show you guys what it'll do. So thanks for watching.